Hello everyone, your professor is here, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is here, and we want to walk you through the syllabus for our class so that you can be sure to understand all of the requirements and the expectations for our course. Okay, let's get started. All right, this is History of Christianity, early to medieval. We meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9:30 to 10:50 a.m. Some of us will be joining through the NOLA to UFlex technology, and I'll talk more about that later on. You'll see the illustration here is a picture of the Colosseum in Rome. This is the site of many of the Christian martyrdoms, and we'll be talking about persecution and martyrdom in the early church. You'll see that a cross has been erected as a memorial to our brothers and sisters in Christ who gave their lives in testimony to their faith in Jesus Christ. All right, well, let's talk about the course and contact information. You'll see my email address. That is the best way to contact me. If you will send your inquiries to my email, I will try very hard to answer within the first day or two after that. During the early part of the semester, I'm getting a lot of email traffic, and so it may take me a little longer to get back to you, so please be patient. And if you write to me on the weekend, probably I will wait until Monday to answer unless it seems quite urgent. Feel free to phone me at the office. You see the phone number for NOBTS and my extension number. Or if you are on campus and want to stop by, I am in the Dodd Building, office number 105. Usually my door is open. Unless I'm in the classroom, or maybe I've gone to the student center to check out happenings there, but it's always good to maybe drop me a note to make an appointment. But otherwise, I'm glad to see you, to hear from you, and to answer your questions. Okie doke. Now let's talk about the required textbooks. The first one is Justo Gonzalez, The Story of Christianity, Volume 1, which covers the early church to the dawn of the Reformation. I hope and expect that you will enjoy reading this textbook. This is one of the influences on my life that led me to focus my specialization on church history. He is very readable, and he writes about Christianity as if it were a story. So very enjoyable to read. All right, your other textbook is Documents of the Christian Church. This is a reader. In other words, it contains primary sources, either in their entirety or excerpts that will help you connect with the early church through the writings of the early church fathers and mothers. And there will be additional required reading from primary sources that are available for free on the internet. And these are located in the syllabus. The other required textbook is Mark Noll's Turning Points, and this will be the book that you review for our class, and I'll talk more about the book review later. These textbooks can be ordered from nobts.ecampus.com, and so if you go to that website, you can order your textbooks there. All right, Blackboard will be an important supplement to our classwork, and you are automatically enrolled onto Blackboard, and so go online and familiarize yourself with the Blackboard shell. You'll find course information that includes your syllabus. You'll find course documents in the left margin. When you open that up, you'll find 6 different units And under each unit, you'll find quite a bit of information. You'll find the discussion board and the grade center. Now, the first thing I'd like for you to do is to go to the discussion board. Here you can feel free to share your prayer requests, or please, the first thing I want you to do is to provide an introduction of yourself to me and to your classmates. I'd like to know what is your background, where are you from, where did you do your undergrad, what degree are you working on, and what are your ministry goals. I'd like to know about your hobbies and activities, and I really like pictures. I have gone ahead of you so that you can meet your professor through my introduction there. I've talked about myself, my family, my wife, my grandkids, and I've posted a very short version of my story. So maybe more than you want to know about me, but I've just led the way to make a connection with you. All right, again, you'll go to the course documents section and open up each unit, and there you will find the PowerPoint lectures. I will be following these in class, and so you might want to print them out, or you can follow along in the classroom. You'll also find bonus features, audio and video extras, maps and charts and so on, that will also be helpful to you. All right, every unit has a study guide to help you prepare for the unit exam that is due. And then also your reading report will be submitted under each unit in course documents. All right, the unit assignments are all dated, and the dates are in your syllabus. Unit 1 ends on September 17th at midnight at the end of that day. And Unit 2, the date is October 8th, Unit 3, October 27th, and so on. All right, these deadlines are on Thursday or Tuesday, and so it'll be easy for me to remind you of the due dates during our class meeting. All right, unit exams, there are 6 of them. You will take them online. When you are ready, you open up the unit exam and you will have 20 minutes to take the exam. So the exam is timed to hold you accountable because you are on the honor system. But these exams are to be closed book, closed note, open memory. Now, at the end of the 20 minutes, the exam will not shut down automatically. If you get to the 20 minutes and you still have one more question to answer, or if you want to review your answers one more time, do take a little more time to do that. But I do not want you to go over excessively. If you do, then I may question you, or you may need to explain why it is that you took so much time. These questions are all objective. They are multiple choice or matching, true, false, fill in the blank, listing, those kinds of things. But you should not have any trouble completing your exam in 20 minutes. Now, the base value of each exam is 25 points, but you'll find bonus questions that can increase the value of each exam. And so the more questions you have, the more opportunities you have to earn points. So remember, the word bonus comes from the Latin word for good, and so bonus questions are good for you. All right, I've designed the course in such a way that I will drop the lowest exam grade. That means if you forget an exam, or if you have computer problems, or maybe you go out of town for a D-Now or a revival, maybe you go visit Grandma and Grandma has dial-up. Now, these days, that may not happen so often. Grandma may have higher tech than we do, right? But at any rate, the lowest exam grade will be dropped, And if you're satisfied with your first 5 exam scores, then you can exempt yourself from the 6th. Now, listen to me carefully. If you forget to take a unit exam, do not ask me to open it up again, because I will not. Okay? I expect you to keep up with your deadlines and to keep track of it yourself. Again, I will be reminding you, but you are ultimately responsible to get your exam done on time. Same thing with the reading report. All right, the reading report is due at the end of each unit. Your reading schedule is included in the syllabus. And so at the end of the unit, you'll estimate how much of your reading you have completed in 20% increments. Now, the easy way to do this is to read everything, and then you enter in 100% and you receive 5 points. If you didn't quite read everything, well, that's 80%, and that's 4 points. Well, maybe not so much, 60% and 3 points, and so on and so forth. Okay, but please do your reading, because there's more that I want you to learn that I can communicate to you through our PowerPoint lectures, and so I need you to do your reading in order to complete your education. At the end of the semester, you have an opportunity to submit a bonus reading report. A 5-point bonus will be awarded to students who have completed all the assigned reading. Again, it's easy. If you have done all the reading for every unit, well, then at the end of the semester, you just get 5 more points. Now, let's say for Unit 2 or Unit 4, you didn't get quite all the reading done, and so you had to report a less than 100% report. Well, you can catch up on the reading you missed and still get the 5-point bonus reading report. Now, this is an all or nothing opportunity. Either you read it all and get the 5 points, or you didn't read it all. Now, your first written assignment is a movie review that's due on September 29th. And you know, how many classes can you watch a movie and get credit, right? And what a movie! This is one of my favorites of all time. It's Quo Vadis. It was made in 1952, so it is as old as I am. But I'm telling you, it is still one of the great movies of the ages. It's one of the big classic epic films. Stars Robert Taylor and the beautiful Deborah Carr, and it has Peter Ustinov chewing up the scenery as Nero. And so anyway, it's just a great film, and I hope that you will enjoy it. What I want you to do is to watch the film and watch for historical accuracies and inaccuracies. Where has Hollywood taken liberties? Well, in order to tell me that, you're going to have to know history, right? And so that's what makes this a good history assignment. Okay, there's more explanations in your syllabus, and I'll talk to you more about that when the due date comes near. But I do hope that you will enjoy the movie and your review. All right, the next written assignment is a research project, a research paper. It's due on November 3rd, and the topics are listed in your syllabus. I want you to look through those topics, whether it be a subject for a biography or a topic for a research paper. I need you to look through and choose 3 to 5 that look interesting to you. Send them to me in an email in order of preference. I will respond to you as soon as I can with your assignment and possibly some helps for doing your research. Okay, so be aware of that, and that's something that you need to do right away, is to send me your list of topics. All right, your third written assignment is the book review for Turning Points. This assignment is one of our embedded assignments for our church history department. And so it is also part of our quality enhancement program. And so we are keeping track of how our students improve their writing through the use of the Writing Center. And so you're required to submit your first draft to the Writing Center in time for you to receive it back and rewrite it so you can submit your final version by November 19. All right? And so we'll talk more about this very important written assignment when we get closer to the deadline. All right, speaking of the deadline, this will come just ahead of Thanksgiving break. And at Thanksgiving break, well, before we talk about Thanksgiving break, let's talk about NOLA to U Flex, all right? These are the students who are joining us through this excellent distance technology, all right? You are required to be in class either through viewing the lectures live or viewing the recorded lectures on Blackboard, all right? These lectures will be available to you for 7 days following the original broadcast, and you'll be asked to certify that you have been present live or have viewed the recording. In order for me to verify that you have listened to the recorded session, I need you to listen for the code word. Sometime during that lecture, I'm going to give you a code word, and then all you have to do is email that code word to me at my email address. All right? All video lectures are available for 8 days, and we need you to view through a web browser, not through the Echo 360 app. All right? So you will go through Blackboard and click on the video lecture and watch it in that way. That way I can keep track of who has watched what and how much. If you're unable to view the video, you will be considered absent for that class section. Technical issues will not be considered a valid reason for missing a lecture. All right, the NOLA to U Flex format is a great way to connect to the class from a distance, but again, we need to hold you accountable for that. All right, well, look at the Avengers here. It looks like they have had too much to eat for Thanksgiving. All right, and this is to say that after Thanksgiving break, all students must connect to the class via NOLA to U Flex technology. All right, our class meetings will go up to the Thanksgiving break, but then when students go home for Thanksgiving, we're not going to invite them back, just to try to hold down the possibility of exposure to viruses from everybody's hometown, okay? This is just one of the complicated things about coronavirus this semester. All right. So, after Thanksgiving, everyone will be looking for the video lectures and watching them and listening for the code words and sending those code words to your professor. All right, let's talk about penalties. I have to put on my ugly face for a moment because I need you to be sure what are my expectations. All right, first, attendance. No student who misses more than 9 classroom hours, in this case it's the equivalent of 6 class meetings, can receive credit for this course. 3 occasions of arriving late for class or leaving early will count as 1 absence. Okay, so you need to be careful about your absences from class and ration them. Unit assignments, unit exams, and reading reports must be submitted by the date of the unit completion. 1 unit exam will be dropped. But again, if you forget, you cannot make it up. Let's talk about tardiness for your written assignments. Every written assignment should be turned in on time. If it is late, there'll be a 10% penalty after the deadline. The movie review is 30%, so that's 3 points. The research paper is 100 points, so that's a 10-point penalty. The book review is a 60-point assignment, so you lose 6 points. Now, if you wait until after 5 days to submit your written assignment, well, then the penalties double to 20%. And after 1 week, oh my, you do not want to know how much the penalty will be, because it will increase drastically. All right, so I want you to be sure and turn your papers in on time. You know, dear friends, I confess that I'm the worst procrastinator in this group, but when I was in school, I turned all of my work in on time, and so I have high expectations for you. All right, let's talk about plagiarism, because NOBTS has a high standard of personal integrity, and plagiarism includes, but is not limited to, copying another person's work, submitting downloaded material without proper references, submitting material without properly citing the source, and then there is self-plagiarism, submitting the same material for credit in more than 1 course. So you certainly would not want to submit an assignment that you had done in another class, nor would you want to copy much material from another source and submit it in this class. These and other forms of dishonesty are strictly forbidden, and violations will be passed on to the Dean of Students. Okay? All right, now I can put on my smiley face again. Let's talk about how to submit your assignments. Your movie review will be submitted under the tab for assignments. Look in your left margin, you'll find assignments. Click on that and you'll see a place where you can upload your movie review. Same thing with your research paper. You'll submit it to under assignments, but also submit it to the discussion board. That makes it available to your fellow students so that they can benefit from your research and writing. All right, failure to post your research paper in both sites will result in a 5-point deduction. And then I want you to submit your book review under assignments, but also I need you to send me proof that you had utilized the Writing Center. And so this means that if you get a receipt or if you just get a paper that's been returned to you from the Writing Center, there's a place for this under assignments where you can post that to let me know that you fulfilled that part of that assignment. All right? Well, let's talk about how you will be graded. There are a certain number of points that I assign to each assignment. Your reading reports total up to a base worth of 30 points, but you can get 35 points with your bonus reading report. With 5 tests, you can earn 125 points, or maybe even more if you get some of the bonus answers correct. Your movie review is worth 30 points, book review 60 points, your research paper 100 points. So there's 345 points that you can earn in this class. And so on a grading scale of 320 to 345, you will earn an A. 295 to 319, you'll earn a B, and so on. Now, if you earn less than 225 points, well, then that is a failing grade and you will not pass. but let me assure you that half of you are going to make A's in this class. Out of the rest of the students, most of those are going to make B's. There will be a few C's and a few D's, but if you want to fail my class, you have to work very hard to do it. Okay, that means you did not do your work, it means you submitted it late, it means you plagiarized, it means you had excessive absences, or something like that. That's what it takes to fail my class. But if you do the work, then you will do well and pass the class. All right? Let's talk about electronics. Turn your cell phones off, put them away. There's no need for you to have them out on your desk. Use your laptops for purposes that are suitable for this class only. Okay? So let's limit, if not eliminate, our electronics. Let's just focus on the class. Well, we have to talk about the emergency plan, because this is the year 2020, right? And there's just an emergency every month. And in fact, there's one going on right now. We have 2 hurricanes heading to our city. And so the seminary has canceled classes for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And we need to keep in touch to see what happens beyond that. All right? Coronavirus is out there, and we're grateful that God has protected the campus from any major outbreak, but certainly we have to be aware of that issue. And so, for emergency information, go to the seminary website for information related to the seminary. That's nobts.edu. And then go to Blackboard for instructions related to this class. I will keep you informed via Blackboard. Okay? So I always hope that there's no emergency, but this semester we're actually starting off with one. But God is in control, and we have great leadership, and so we're going to go forward with confidence. So please pray for each other, for the seminary, for our leadership as we navigate this semester. All right, well, there you have it. There's the syllabus for History of Christianity, early to medieval, and I'm closing with a photo that my wife took when we were in Rome inside St. Peter's Basilica. And isn't that a beautiful photo of the dome over the canopy, and see the light shining in, which reassures us that God is on his throne and he rules over heaven and earth. What a mighty God we serve. Well, before I close, I want us to get our marching orders from Captain America. He says, "Learners, assemble." And so let's get ready for a great learning experience this fall. And I wish you the very best, and I'm excited to go into this adventure with you. Amen. God bless. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.